shock. He just goes right in with the shock. He does not even wait. Which, admittedly, is pretty goddamn ballsy, especially that we did not draw any burn. He could have waited till we put the lava, or the firebrand out, and then done it. Light up the stage, most likely. Just gets our goat. Hopefully he can't play the land. Oh, he can play the land, and he plays another Steamkin. Takes this one to 4, and that looks to be game. He's cycling Steamkins when we don't even stand a chance. Wow, that's his whole hand. He could still play his Wizard Lightning, which is not ideal. We have 4. Let's try to fake him out into using his Wizard's Lightning. Because if we can draw out the Wizard Lightning, we can kill this Steamkin. This other one, unfortunately, will go to 3, but he's looking like he's in a position to have to block it, right? I'm not sure why he would let the timer go. It's not a hard decision. He's still sitting in a very good, position himself. He could be doing some really intense mathematics I'm unaware of, right? System hacks, if you will. Let's see where the cookie crumbles, right? It could just be he's control alt deleted and he's so frustrated with this game that he's ed up with it, right? He's done. He does not want to play anymore. Which really is okay with us. So let's see if we can bait him into it. Right? Because now we're either getting one or the other. Interesting. It would appear that we can strike for full damage, and he may have actually left. So let's see if he plays a card. He is here. He let us do that without Wizard Lightning us, which is fine. He gets to strike for 4, which is huge. But I don't know. We do get a blocker here, which is great. Do we leave it sit here for a turn and progress next turn? I think we do. We're going to let it soak. End our turn. Hopefully he draws a land, no burn. A land, no burn, baby. If it was anything but a land, he would have already played it. So we make out okay here as well. It was very close. It was getting pretty tight. We're down to only an hour left. So we're going to have a hard time breaking the numbered queue or the numbered ranking, even with an hour, unless we won every single game. The closer you get to the end, the more you see this, where people are just willing to rope you and waste both your times, which I don't really get the point of. We only have so much time left. I get playing the patience metagame early on in the season, but this late on, you're just hurting both yourselves, or both ourselves, I guess. It's not going to attack. It's our turn. And lo and behold, we drop a Chandra, which is enough to seal any deal. And we are going in with just our one Mism tank. Probably not seeing a block here. He goes down to 10. We could have pushed him to 7, but that's still too much wiggle room for him to get through with his 4/4 Steamkin. Yeah, so that's that, I guess. If you guys haven't yet done so and you've been enjoying this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. All our subscribers are entered in to win up to 500,000 in gems. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, please go ahead and check that out. Familiarize yourself and everything, right? And yeah, let's just watch this candle burn. He has not so many timeouts left, you know what I mean? This should be his last one after this. I don't know why he's saying oops to us. I'm not sure I care. He's going to go right to our chinny chin chin with this, guaranteed. I'm not sure why he would hit our firebrand when we can just go like this. Actually, cancel. Cancel that. Cancel that. Let's hit his Steamkin so he can't take tokens off it. What? Pro play. So that may have won us the game. Plays the land anyways. And we do have a risk factor, which is a groovy. Play the land. Risk our factors. We should have saved risk factor for our turn. And then we could have blocked his Steamkin potentially if he was going to attack. He did come to the realization that he was wasting his time. So we move onward. Oh no, did it? It didn't. Yeah, we have 1 hour left. How did everybody do in the guild battle of Ravnica? I only played 1 match to get my 1000 experience. I've been on this grind chain, but the land did look pretty cool. So congratulations to everyone who took the time to get that. Let me know what your favorite Guilds of Ravnica deck was. I was playing Orzhov, the black and white syndicate deck. It's always great to see Wizard Lightnings while you have a Pyromancer handy or a Lava Runner. And is it Simic Flash or is it our dreaded Field of the Dead? Two of our least favorite decks to see. It looks like Simic Flash. It smells like Simic Flash. It certainly is Simic Flash. I'm not sure what he would be doing here on his turn. The whole point of that game is to play it on your opponent's turn. An incubation druid, say what? What a poor play. Yeah, we're gonna deal with that immediately and attack and light our stage up. So a wasted turn, which is why I think a lot of people don't use Incubation Druid. At least when you run Paradise Druid, you're getting to use it the next turn because it has hexproof. It's unlikely that they're gonna chain whirl it. I mean, only 1 deck has a chain whirler. So Paradise Druid over Incubation Druid 100% of the time. We are gonna rip it. Here comes our Pyromancer from our light up the stage. Ah, counterspell. Interesting. We'll have to do that again next turn. He throws the land away, so he has his 4th land. Need not worry about that, or he shouldn't. We are concerned with Frilled Mystic and Nightpack Ambusher at this point. I know he has the land. He's actually paid for it. So we have 2 options. Let's risk factor on his turn, or once he finishes whatever he thinks he's doing here. Okay, so he let it go to his turn, which is strange. Exceedingly strange. Let's get to the attackers, end of combat, main phase. And my turn, which equals risk factor, which equals your counter out of your hand, which equals my Pyromancer and Wizard Lightnings raining down on you. Let's see what we see. We will have to waste one of our Wizard Lightnings on the Frilled Mystic, unfortunately. He takes it. He takes the damage. So let's attack. See if we can draw it out. Ending our turn. Do we see the wolf? A growth spiral? Are you joking me? Is it Field of the Dead after all? It's my turn right now. So that sucks. We have enough to burn them in our hands. All we need is this wizard to drop. We're going to do the exact same thing if he doesn't play his wolf, right? Let's toss a shock. See if we can trick him into an extra 2 damage. Or if we can pull out his counter. We do get 1 counter, but he still has enough for a Frilled Mystic. Again, let's see if we can draw it out. Let's hit and see what we can do. We are in a position to burn a wolf if it blocks us. We could also deal with the Frilled Mystic, but he just takes the damage, it looks like. Down to 8. Let's end our turn. It's getting close. 2 cards in his hand only. They can't all be counters. He does play a land, and if I had to guess, this would be game. Goes to my turn. Let's draw out a counter. He has to counter here or it's game. We see the Frilled Mystic drop finally. On his turn, may I add you, which is ideal. Let's try to drop our Pyromancer. It gets through. That's game. And both of these Wizard Lightnings should get through. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So that was not your typical flash deck. Obviously, it had white in it, so let's not get too proud of ourselves yet. We still have about 50 minutes to go. It would be cool to at least hit the numbers. Top 1,000 would be ideal. Next season, I'm not going to leave it to the very end of the season. I seem to be doing all my pushing in the last 2 days, 3 days. Which I don't think is very conducive to a winning environment. We go first. We have 2 wizards and a lightning, plus a light at the stage. Only 1 land. So let's pray that this all works out with a secondary land drop, or a tapped land for our opponent's side of things. It is a tapped land. We are rolling. Hopefully we draw 2 lands here. Sometimes we get screwed without any lands, which is crazy. We do, in fact, hold up a Wizard Lightning as well, which is super cool against a Boros deck. Now he sees I have it. Obviously, it's been revealed. He plays his Legionnaire just to have it blasted, so he knew that was there. There's something else he wants to protect. And let's get ready to kill a feathered on turn 3 if we need to. Skipping our turn after that. Ideally, you're going to want to withhold the feather in your hand until you have 4 mana and God's Willing. So it's not always easy to do. He plays his Vanguard. Which I'm not overly concerned about. As long as I always leave my Firebrand sitting there, we should be okay. Let's go out with our Pyromancer here. Start working at his health. Our Lava Runner can swing. Obviously, I'm double prepared. Ending our turn there. So I'm suspecting a Reckless Rage. So we see Feather drop. We need him to do something with this other mana. He does not. So what are we going to need to do here? This is a tough situation we're in. Let's see if we can force his God's Willing out. I don't think we can. We might just want to go to the chin. No, let's do it. Because he needs to cast it here, or else he dies to my Lava Runner, right? But if he also casts God's Willing, I'm going to burn him with my Firebrand and Wizard Lightning, which is really great. That's a 3-for-1. Okay. So let's submit that and then submit this on top of it. We can resolve all of that shenanigans. So he has a huge hand advantage on us. And he drops the red ender, basically. Nice. Let's all attack. He has no lifelink. Obviously, I'd prefer if he left it this turn, and we could Wizard Lightning our tank into play next turn. He is going for it. So, we're sitting with an empty hand, and he plays a fucking duplicate. Pardon my French. I don't mean to be talking like that. It's just unfortunate. So we're going to hit his Templar of Justice, which may seem obscene, but it's one of our few remaining options. If he plays a God Willing, my game is over. We should be able to sneak a few damage in here, hopefully. What a world. What a world. So we do get the trample damage in at least, which is nice. It would be cool to get rid of his creature. Hitting us for 4, has vigilance. Pull a land, that'll save the day, I'm sure. So this is obviously looking incredibly grim. That's game. We'd rather kill ourselves than sit through that. Back to 95, baby. Really looking to push ourselves up at least to 98 here soon. Our opponent goes first, no light up the stage, no chain whirler. We do at least have a Steamkin. With an opening Legion's Landing. Pretty aggressive if you ask me. But it's kind of how those things go. Let's just circumvent this now. We do see a Vanguard drop, which is a really good card, especially against Esper. Let's see if we can dodge his removal with our Steamkin. Our poor lonely Steamkin, who never knew how to survive. Here's a land into a Sky Marcher. I was imagining a Sorin Imperious Bloodlord. So this is great. We can kind of pop off here a little bit. Right. Let's save it for where it counts, and hopefully we can get the blocker here. We do see the removal, which is nice. Then we don't have to waste a burn spell on it, right? 18 health, lifelink in his deck somewhere. Let's make him pay a little bit of life for the strike. He doesn't see a need for that. Place of Knight of the Ebon Legion, which we see a need to remove. Steamkin goes to 4. There's no need to tap him. We're just going to use him as Kamikaze Strike. See? Missing out on 1 damage here because we could have powered up our Lava Runner. But we'd way rather remove this light, or Legion, I call him a Lightning Lieutenant almost. So we scoop up a win here. Let's see if we can start stacking some of those wins. Dun, dun, dun. Lord of Noob. Lord of Noob. I go first. You know how many times we've got screwed with this? Come on. Don't be scared. There you go. One lava runner. Give me a land, baby. That's okay. That is not a land. Let's just try to strike through it. He lets it go. Thank you, sir. That is a free light up the stage with no land in it. That's 3 cards, not a single land. Looks like this is game already. Shit, eh? So we just wasted our light up the stage. Both those creatures are gone. Our creature's gone. Our opponent still has his firebrand. And now, of course, a Steamkin. Why not? I'm sure into a light up the stage. No land still. What world do we even live in? I guess if we can just continue to remove his threats, we should be okay. This is a mono red deck, just with that Butcher mixed into it, I'm sure. The Butcher obviously is replacing the Chain Whirler. Our opponent down to 3 cards in his hand. Hopefully they're all lands. Oh, wow, nice. This is game. We are outie 5,000. Don't take land drops that consist of 1. That was the lesson. Be greedy. Get those mulligans in. It's a London mulligan, so it should be even easier now than it was. It's just a bad habit we've got to get over, right? We have about 35 minutes left. I believe. Yeah. So, we do not have room for any more losses. This gentleman just reached 1,200. He is still playing, being a trooper, all that he can muster. An early Steamkin, which is a little bit aggressive, even from my standards. Let's try to attack and keep our shock handy. Alright, so we'll remove the Steamkin now, just so he's aware of that. We could do it instant speed, but I like to do it right away. Pyromancer, I'm sure, into a light up the stage, or a Wizard's Lightning. That's almost too good not to take. You know what I mean? Even a single kill with the Chain Whirler is just groovy. He could have a Wizard Lightning for our Chain Whirler, which is a really good backup for it. We are getting in for 2 though, and we have a Chandra next turn, which should cement our win as a red deck. He's wasting his Pyromancers on me, and he should definitely be slinging them on my Chandra. So with this, we should be able to cement our victory.
When people start screaming, sit back and watch it burn.
No attacks here. Let's avoid the damage. Throws in a Chain Whirler anyways. Very nice. We may have to hardcast a Wizard's Lightning on it. guess sometimes you have to do that too. That's great. A land drop into another Chain Whirler. Very good luck from our opponent here. Let's see if we can get a burn spell going. We do. That can go to his Whirler, which will allow our Lava Runner to hit for 2. And we could light up the stage twice if we needed to. Probably just doing it once here. Tossing out our Firebrand. Ending our turn. That's good game. I'm sorry, Tair. You just got, friend. Pushing our way up. Match by match. Never surrendering. Never giving up. Okay, I go first. Firebrand, light up the stage. A little bit of removal with Shock and Lightning Strike. This is good. We could have had 2 land and a Steamkin. Potentially. Maybe drop our Shock for a Chain Whirler, potentially. Getting in there as much as we can. Saving our light up the stage for turn 3. It's a bummer to have to discard when you can use them, right? So if you have more mana, there's a higher likelihood of you being able to play those. So we did save our Lightning Strike for such an occasion. 1 Leafkin Druid going bye-bye. So we're looking at teaming our elementals. We're obviously digging for a Chain Whirler. We see a Pyromancer, which is great. And another light up the stage in the pocket. So we're flowing pretty good. This is all kosher. Healer of the Glade gains 3 life. A little bit aggressive if you ask me. Right? So we have 4 available. We want to make use of this light up the stage as best as we can. Let's play the tank and skip our turn. We're banking that in the background. Part of my elite strategy. It can't be removed by an Omnarth. It could be destroyed by an artifact removal. But it definitely throws a wrench in his plans. Just like this throws a wrench into my plans. So we should have absolutely 2000% removed this Leafkin Druid. We get our 5th land, and yeah, it's just not looking so good. We can't attack this turn, unfortunately, and we do pull a Chandra, so that's that. We're going to need a Steamkin if we're going to win this match. Luckily for us, Cavalier of the Thorns doesn't have Trample, so we can get around that. We could even kill his healer. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Strikes my Pyromancer. Maybe not what I would have done, but that's okay. I'm assuming... Oh, really? Puts it on himself. So this is looking tight. Let's be honest. He goes straight for me. Maybe he did not see this coming. Our Chandra will live. We do take 5 damage, which is horrendous. So as quick as we got flowing, it would seem we're fizzling out as well. Let's see if we can survive a couple turns here. Let's take it up top. Let's keep our Firebrand back to block. Yes, I'd love to see that Omnarth die. And I would love to see this die as well. Unfortunately, we can't save our Mism tank. We get 1 hit in, save our blocker for our Chandra. We're trying to limp our way to 7. We need 2 turns. No creatures, no creatures. Oh my god. So we're chump blocking. Taking 1 damage still.
Now you've done it.
And another Healer of the Glade. Just busting our balls open. Yeah. I get it. I get it. That's game. Still looking incredibly gruesome for us. We can instant speed risk factor to bring our tank on the field to block. No blocks. Not interested. We are a couple lucky ducklings.
That smell. Oh, it's you burning.
I think we pulled this one out. Oh, I guess this Scorcher gives everything haste. Shoot. Oops. That's our bad. We should have saved one defender to block a haste creature. Because if he throws out another Cavalier, we're dead, right? So we get back to the bitterness rope here, where people get upset and just let things go. It would appear he's here clicking through his phases. So I'm still hitting for one there. He's a card he could cast. Interesting. What has he got in his hand? A shock. That's incredible. One measly life left. He can't touch our Chandra. And if he drew anything over 3 attack, he wins. I'm not sure why he wouldn't attack with his Cavalier, because that's game! So that one got my heart going a little bit, you guys. I didn't think we were going to get it in the end. Luckily, we did. $19 left. Obviously, we're not going to make it there with match times like that, but we gave it our best. We're always learning and improving, staying involved, what have you. And yeah, it only makes a better us, which will allow to showcase content that makes a better you, right? So it's a win-win. I'm going first with 2 lands and a Steamkin. We see a mulligan. Interesting. And a win! Woo! 15 to 25 more of those, please. And we are on track to make top 1,000. No, 25 wins in a row. That would be crazy. We'd be top 100 or 200 for sure. As the clock gets closer, it should become easier. A lot more frustration. People have been here grinding a long time. They might not have the resilience that we do. Madman, I'm so sorry. I'm interested with Zora's Gateway. So this is obviously a Field of the Dead deck. I'm not sure what iteration this is. It looks unfamiliar. I guess they do have Teferi in them now for sure. Extra draw. Plus stunt my turn.
This might be a bad idea.
Let's go Steamkin again. I'm just thinking because we can Pyromancer to Fairy. So. Wow.
Let's slow
So
this.
would not have even mattered.
That's more like it.
Just taking the draws. Incredible. Meanwhile, we can't get a draw to save our life. I guess the same thing applies. Let's get rid of our Chandra for now. She's pretty heavy. We only have 2 land. Meanwhile, our opponent's ready to Field the Dead. Scape Shift, drag us. Beautiful. What a guy, eh? 3 to fairies. Holy moly. This is something you don't see at home on cartoons, kids. Let's try it again. We got rid of our Pyromancer, which we were going to use to kill Teferi. But we're thinking creatures are useless now. What a jag-off, eh? We don't have time for that. Let's get the loss and continue forward. This guy's going to sit here for 20 minutes with us. I'm so sick of seeing Scape Shift. It's not even funny. Field of the Dead. I don't even have to see Scape Shift to know it's coming. We're going to be risky and keep this. It's a really heavy hand. But nothing to lose, really. We're just playing, learning, and loving. Very interesting. We drop our Mizum tank out of reach so he can do whatever he pleases. Chandra, Allocated of Flame.
Don't start any
Not
fires
really
without
concerning
me.
myself with this.
Study? Focus? I just want to burn stuff already.
So, we need a wizard. That won't work. Try to be greedy, even though it's against a red deck.
Hey, I'm meditating here.
Okay. So we took a chunk out of his Chandra Allocated Flame there because it is going to be recycling cards from the graveyard for her -2 ability. Is this a Chandra tribal deck? We've not seen one of these all season.
I'm ready. Let's do this.
So this is
Do
pretty
this
cool. She can
together.
actually deal 2 damage to any target. So we have a lot of bashing to do here.
Master and Firebrand.
This one can come here.
Beans, walk it off, Chandra.
And then we can attack like so, and then light up the stage if we so choose.
I can't stay, but trust that I haven't.
But I think I'm going to hold it. And I'd rather double buff my tank next turn, is the reason why. Just because we'll be able to lightning strike into a light up the stage.
I knew you needed my help. Sit back and watch it burn.
Let's leave his Chandra and just kill him. This Chandra's not really too much of a concern. It's not dealing direct damage to any of our planeswalkers. All it's doing is drawing him a card. And then once he gets to -7, he can deal 7 damage to us and draw 7 cards. But he's not going to get to 7.
There's no problem fire can solve.
Very interesting. His Cavalier of Flame is going to drop here. Right on our heads. He's just choosing how many cards to discard. Could be worse. Down to 9 health. We still have 20. That's it. Let's get right into it. Give him a little oops, like we made a mistake. Because it doesn't matter what he does, we've won. Just because we have the shock in the pocket. And we're going to send that up home. Flawless victory. Alright, we're still scraping by. Let's do a quick check on the timer. 8 minutes? What? That's going quick. Let's get one more in, hopefully 2. So we didn't see top 1000. We did make Mythic again. I'm confident we can make Mythic every season, basically. It takes a little bit of time, but really, if you can put together a 60% win rate deck, you could just chew your way up. When you get to Mythic, the trouble starts. Hopefully, we are playing maybe Vampires. We do have the shocks available for some early removal. And we do pull our 3rd mountain for our Chain Whirler, so this is all working out really good. One more mountain and our Chandra is in effect. Removing Knight of the Ebon Legion. Very good card. He has 2 of them, can you believe that? Well, I got 2 shocks, friend. That's my turn, you can go. Play some Vampires with 1 defense. Interesting. History of Benalia. So this guy is going in with the Knights. Let's just remove that. He gets so much card advantage from this, it's not even funny. Oh shoot, let's get our Whirler out here. Probably losing a ton of value on him. Legion Lieutenant. Sometimes that happens, right? Getting rid of that. And now we will get our light up to stage in because he doesn't want to sacrifice his knight. That's not the worst. So his knight already triggered, so these knights won't receive a buff. However, Sorin Imperious Bloodlord needs no buff. Wow, and he kills it to kill my Chain Whirler. Interesting times we live in here. Alrighty, so this is really not good. I mean, I guess let's roll with it. I should have just done one. Let's get this stage lit up for all it's worth. That's that. So other than Sorin on the field, we're not looking in a too terrible position, but I think we're going to manage here. He does get the lifelink, which is annoying. I'm going to do something to get rid of the Sorin. So much life on it. Let's get a risk factor in. That's looking like it's game, you guys. So we've lost the last one here. Sorin is just too powerful for us. Too powerful for us. Even with our additional risk factors. The life gain is just destroying us. There's nothing we can do about it. That is season's end anyway, so we're just gonna fight it out. Ugh. Grab a Chandra.
Let's do this.
Get rid of his Knight token. Throw away our Wizard's Lightnings. We don't have a Wizard. He's just continuing to gain life. An unimaginable amount of life. Good game. Second Sorin, which makes me giggle. Should have done that beforehand. Oh, he can minus it and kill me. Let's let him do it. That's an elite play. Woohoo! So that was War of the Spark Season 3. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me struggle in the last hours here. We finished at 96%. We have time for one more. Let's do it. 3 minutes. Let's get in there. Finish on a high note. And hopefully it doesn't cut us out mid-match. That would be pretty silly. But it's not likely that we play a match that is under 3 minutes. This gentleman is at 99%. I almost just want to give it to him. Right? Pay it forward. But let's steal it away instead! Alright, so Selesnya tokens. We know this. Most likely. Or Field of the Dead. Field of the Dead. Healer of the Glade. Sucks. 3 life just ruins our life. Yeah, let's get in there. Let's power up our Lava Runner. There's no time to waste. We have a removal, and then we're plussing to Chandra. So let's just push it. That's crazy. This guy is good. Risen Reef is broken. Field of the Dead is broken. Hydroid Krasis is broken. What do you do? Not a goddamn thing. Try to plus the Chandra up as quick as we can.
You burning.
More land. Into a Teferi Time Raveler. Beautiful. What a fair and balanced card.
This might be a bad idea.
Especially when he pluses it on me.
Let's light it up.
Let's just push our luck here. Make it so he kills himself at least if he does it.
No more games.
Let's make it so he can't do it, actually. And really, we're just going to rely on the Chandra to deal so much damage to him. And then we'll have our Steamkins out on the field as well. He's already gained 9 life. Yeah, 9 life. So that is a little bit aggressive, if you ask me.
Don't worry, I got this.
So we get to go to 7.
Oh, it's you burning.
And we go to 3. And we all attack to Fairy.
Really should have seen that coming.
So he's dead, even if he blocked, which made him not want to block. So, this is going to be an interesting finish here. We have Scape Shift ready to hit. We also have Chandra ready to fire. Incredible. The question is, oh my god, we did not even see this coming. Good game.
Sit back and watch it.
Wow. That's incredible. So we just got mass manipped on a deck that we did not think would be running mass manipulation. We thought we were seeing the Field of the Dead deck. We were prepared for it. We were ready to win. And boom, mass manipulation just ruins our day in a very big way. That's game. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. We slipped a little bit at the end. This season, our top rank was 908. Yeah. Let's see if we can't kick a little butt next season. Tomorrow, I'm back with all brand new original content. We have a lot of things to showcase for you guys. A lot planned. Looking at the season, we are on off season right now, which I've not seen. So we're going to chill out probably for the day. Maybe just for a couple hours until that rounds finish up, right? Anywho, like, comment, subscribe, all those fun things. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Take care.